This is Brian, and welcome back to Illusion of Gaia, what should be the final part here today. I did try to do some more fights against Solid Arm here, and I kind of ran out of patience, because at one fight, and I guess you'll just have to take my word for it, but I got him down to half a health bar, or like one hit away from being done before he got me. So what I did is I just went all the way through this place again and made very slow progress and made sure I made it through without getting hit, because I was a little bit better at taking care of the eels and all these other guys in here now. So I have full health, so we're gonna give it a shot. I'm probably not gonna give too much commentary still. Okay, I don't know. I guess I thought he would still have his dialogue to start the fight. Okay, we'll have to try that again. Okay, that was a pretty clean one, I guess, and we finally got it. A quiet voice is heard. I was defeated again. Laser was strong, but you are stronger. Danger approaches this planet. You should hurry to the Tower of Babel. And I think this just takes us back to Deo now, from what I remember. Oh, no, straight back to the tower. Alright, well, I do still have the dark space here, so I can go in and heal. Yeah, and we went through that before I went to Jeweler Jem's mansion. I think I'm actually not going to record here, because I did record here before Jeweler Jem's mansion, and for some reason, just in case this fight doesn't go well, I can restart from my record point here where I had full lives and everything. Although, yeah, and that's when I still had herbs left too at that point, so yeah. Anyway, let's go forward to the end of the game here. I think we're just about done. There isn't much left to do. Yeah, we do still only have 5 mystic statues, so maybe we'll get the last one here. We do have a pile of bones in this room. Wonder who that would be. One worn-out body is quietly laid down. In his head, a familiar voice speaks. Will, it's me, Ullman, your father. My body has decayed, but I live on like this. Reunion time. Father, why are you in that form? There's a strange room in the Tower of Babel filled with the light of the comet.
Time goes so fast there that people evolve very quickly.
Why are Kara and I able to live?
Because you two are evolved humans.
Us?
Long ago, there existed biological technology using the light of the comet. People freely used the power to make plants and animals. For example, they made the camel. It can go for long periods without food or water. When people realized the power they could be used as a weapon, demons were developed. The world was on the brink of ruin. At that time, the Knights of Darkness and Light were developed to decide the fate of humanity. They are your ancestors. The 6 mystic statues were made by the Knights. The last mystic statue is entrusted to you.
Yeah, but if Will's ancestors were the Knights, wouldn't his dad be part of that line too? Maybe it's from his mother's side.
Soon the comet will be very close. By then, the two of you must go to the roof of the tower. Close your eyes. The ancients worshipped the comet as a spirit. Those who bathed in the comet's light were given a strange power. The comet is called a spirit, but it's an unwelcome spirit. Evolving too fast brings destruction. As long as people have evil hearts, demons will be born. Will, open your eyes and look around.
Okay. I guess the spirits of people we've seen throughout the game, maybe? Neil's mother. Even if I can't see the real world, I can't touch it. Or even if I can see the real world, I can't touch it. No matter how difficult it may get, I can't help you. And Neil's father.
Neil, what are you doing? I want him to make the roller company grow bigger and bigger.
Kind of sounds greedy still. And here's Seth. I thought he was turned into the Riverson guy. Maybe... because it seems like these other people are dead, so maybe he is too. Ah, Will, it's been a long time. Such a world. If I could talk of this at an academy, I'd be a great scholar. Hamlet? Oink oink. Of course, there's no difference between humans and animals. What do you mean by that? With my body gone, I became forever young. From the comet's light, I gained immortality. But is there meaning in eternal life? I felt more alive when I had a terminal disease. Who's that one supposed to be? Was that Will's mother?
At last, the time is near. Everyone, give Will your power.
Even Hamlet, the true hero of the story. When Will and Kara joined and became one with the Light Knight, a great power was born. The Knights were brought forth. The Dark Knight's ultimate power, the Firebird, was released. Yeah, the ultimate power, which is only unlocked for the end of the game here. I guess it'd be overpowering otherwise. Your battle will change the fate of humanity. Now you must go to the comet. And yes, as Shadow, we can basically fly, I guess, with the Firebird. Flying through space. Okay. Do want to make sure I have the aura equipped. Otherwise, yes, we are on the comet here. I think you just gotta keep hitting his mouth here. And just avoid these things. Melting can help avoid some of that. Doesn't have too much health, so it won't take me too much longer here. One or two more hits, I think it should do it. Oh, took a hit. Dang it. Okay. So much for the comet. But that was just the first form. Now we have Dark Gaia. Okay. Well, that didn't go that well. We'll have to try again. At least we do get to come back with full health here. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember it a little bit and kind of get used to his patterns there. It's been a while. Damn it. And I don't know if there was like a way to... I couldn't tell yet, at least, if there was a way to trigger it to open its mouth so you could hit it more often. Damn it. Well, this stage is not going as well for me this time. Yeah, there's the Firebird caught mid-screen. God damn. So much stuff flying around, all these little blue balls and... But it does appear that it's going to be as many chances as you want to try here. It'll just keep giving you, so even if I am failing utterly, at least I can keep retrying it. Need to try to make it through this first phase without taking a hit. That would certainly help. I wasn't even able to keep too much track of how much health the boss had there, so I don't know how close I was last time. And I still could not really tell if there was a way to, like, get it to the point where you could actually hit it. If there's anything I could do to speed that along. Okay. Seems like right away you're not going to be able to hit it. It's first going to do that thing, which is easy enough to dodge. Yeah, damn it. Yeah, way too much crap. I don't know, I don't remember this fight being that hard. I think I'm doing it wrong. I mean, I guess obviously I'm doing something wrong with it. Okay, what I want to try to do is kind of camp under here maybe, and just kind of spam the aura when those shots come in, and just try to, yeah, there we go, just like that. As long as these blue things don't give me too much trouble. Yeah, like that, the blue thing kind of knocked me off the middle part the way I wanted to be a little bit. There might be another way to do this too, but this is what I kind of remember is spamming the aura to melt to avoid damage. Damn it. Nobody likes blue balls. They just get in the way. But there we go. I think that's it. What's happened to the comet? That glowing green planet. It's supposed to be the blue planet, isn't it?
The comet's power has disappeared. The evil star has flown off to the other side of the universe. Will, do you know what planet that is glowing? There in the darkness?
Very slow moving dialogue. Our Earth?
That's right, our Earth. Doesn't it look like a desert oasis?
This never seems so beautiful. But it looks lonely, shining in the dark. Yes, the world is awakened. Strange voice, huh? Is that Mother? Mother? Yeah, I thought it probably was. I couldn't remember for sure, but the Earth, a mother with millions of children. I'm sure you think about us sometimes, and Kara often thinks about her parents. The Earth is the same way. She gets lonely if her children forget about her. The whole Mother Earth thing going on here.
How is it, you two? Looking at the world you live in from the outside.
It's as if we'd become spirits. I want to show all of our group. No. I want to show everyone in the world. This is annoyingly slow with the way this dialogue's going.
Someday people will build ships to travel to the universe. Then they will see this green Earth with their own eyes. See how lonely the Earth looks? Just like the two of you. Look carefully at your map of the world.
Ah. The map has started to change. Yeah, I think what it's supposed to be is it's becoming more like our real world, because I think the comet was supposed to be the catalyst to transform, so like some of the things were the same. Somehow the land has taken on a strange shape.
That's the new world.
New world?
The path of evolution changed by the comet has continued until now. The Earth too has a life. It too has evolved and changed its shape. Now that the comet has no influence on the world, it's returned to its original condition.
Why do you two know the future?
When I lost my body, I started seeing everything. The past, the future, humanity's progress. Maybe people would call this kind of body a spirit.
Now you and Kara can become ordinary children again. Don't be afraid. When we return to the Earth, will we be separated? Yes. The world is changing. Humanity and history have started down a new path. You two thought nothing of it when you met each other in South Cave. But when the Earth needed the light and dark nights, you met again unexpectedly. Let's look at the world before the power of the comet is extinguished. We hope you two have a bright future. Yeah, I really did not like the pace at which that dialogue was scrolling. And it was auto-scrolling. There wasn't anything I could do to speed it up or anything like that. And it also doesn't wait if I want to try to give commentary in between. Will, come here. Show me your face. I want to burn you into my memory. Your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your hair, your voice, the warmth of your hand. Don't worry. I will search you out. No matter how long it takes. Hundreds of years. Thousands of years. I will come to you. So take care. Close your eyes. Will. Let's go to Earth. Yeah, I was gonna say they need to be Shadow to get back, right? But I guess once they get back, he's not gonna have that power anymore? I don't know. And I guess to unlock the Firebird, Kara had to be part of it? I don't know. I think that's how they put it, but yeah, now it's back to like modern times. The Earth's look had changed, but glowing in the sky, it was as beautiful as ever. So that's supposed to be the comet and not the moon? Buildings replaced the forests. Rivers became roads. But the villages held only smiling faces. But the Earth was the only one that looked sad. Tomorrow morning, Kara and I will start our new lives. The Tower of Babel stands tall, as if it knows the whole future of the Earth. So the Tower of Babel still exists here somewhere? Alrighty. And here we go with credits. Don't remember if there's too much else to show as far as scenes or anything. So, yeah, we got Will, and there's Lance and Eric and stuff. The four that started out as the friends in South Cape. I suppose they'll just show different characters coming in. I think, though, I'm going to go ahead and get going on my review so we don't take too long here today. If you haven't watched any of my playthroughs before, I just give a short review at the end. I just talk about some of the positives and negatives about the game, and kind of give a basic score on how I rate it overall compared to other RPGs and games I've played. I'll start off with the positives. Overall, I think this is a pretty good game. So, I mean, even the negatives, it's not like I have anything that bad. It's just more nitpicks. That's usually how I go with a lot of these games, because a lot of the ones I've been playing so far have been pretty good games. That's partially why I'm playing them. I know that I like them. Some of them I've been playing new, and that's what we'll get to next. It'll be another new one that I haven't played before. But for now, what did I like about this game? Well, one of the things is I thought it had really great gameplay as far as the action RPG type style of combat was really good. The attacks were pretty, for the most part, pretty solid, and the abilities worked really well. And I liked the way they added in the abilities to help you navigate through different areas. That was a good touch. Also in line with that, I thought they did a good job with the way you leveled up in this game. It fits with my style of play really well, because you get rewarded for clearing out all the enemies in an area. And I like that whole completionist wiping out everything type of style, so I did really enjoy that. Next, as with most of these old games, I thought it had really charming and good music. Not the best music I've heard in some of these old games, but it never struck me. Like, it's fine to just listen to it. It's none of the tracks were to the point where I was like, God, this is terrible. Now I could probably play the soundtrack of this and just leave it on to relax to it. Pretty good overall. The dungeon music, the boss music, all pretty good. What else? As far as with the story of the game, it wasn't that involved and that complex, so probably not the best story overall, but I did like the way that they kind of tied in real-world history and real-world places with some of this. Like the ruins you have to travel to get the mystic statues are all real places or based upon mythology, at least. The only one that I'm not sure if it's an actual real place or if it's just speculated based upon writings and stuff like that is Mu. Don't know if that's actually been determined where it actually was, but I could be wrong about that. Another thing I suppose would be the Incan gold ship. Do we know if that actually existed? I mean, we know the Incans existed, but yeah, I'm not sure about the gold ship. The Tower of Babel, well, that was a biblical thing. So yeah, we know that was embellished maybe, but at least somewhat a real thing. And it just depends on your perspective and what you believe, I suppose, as far as that goes. I'm not one to say one way or another what you want to believe. Next, even if it was kind of dark, I did like the way they added that in. They weren't afraid to go there with some of the themes of the game, which I thought worked pretty well, and it's to the point that I liked how they had the Hamlet thing and the jackal and some of that brutal scenery, because I don't think you get that in a lot of these older games like that, or at least not in that manner. So even if it's not like my favorite type of thing overall, it was nice to see something a little different. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but anyway, now let's go to some of the things that I thought they could have done a little better, maybe. Now, I already said that the story maybe isn't the best, and part of that is that you don't get a lot of... Your characters aren't really that fleshed out, and I suppose part of that is it's an action RPG. It's not the longest game, so you don't really have a lot of time to do a lot of that, and I get that, so I'm not really going to fault it too much. It's just kind of a nitpick, because like Kara and Will, you get quite a bit with them. They're the main characters, but other than that, your other side characters, there's not really a lot of development to them, and they're not really that involved with doing anything either. Another thing, and I commented on it, this is mostly in respect to, I started getting a little frustrated with the solid arm fight, and I suppose that's partially because it's like an optional boss too. But some of the controls are a little clunky, like the way you have to run. I don't really like that. Yeah. The button combinations and what you had to do to activate some of the special powers was a little janky, so I think they could have done better with that. Another thing is that as far as difficulty goes, I'm okay with it being difficult and there not being a lot of healing, but I feel like they could have done a little different, or something a little different with like your healing system in this game, to the point where herbs didn't really heal much at all. Only 4 bars of health, and at the end I think we had like, what, 20? So if you're only getting 20% of your health back from an herb, it's not really doing a lot, especially when there was just a limited amount of them available overall. One thing I think they could have easily done to fix that is you could have made herbs something you could buy maybe towards the end of the game. But I get it. That's a way of making it more difficult, so I'm not going to say that they were wrong to do it. It's just personal preference, something that I'm nitpicking. Another thing that I have is based kind of on that same line of thought, and this is another just personal preference because I know some people like different kinds of games and different difficulties. For me personally, it could have been just a little touch easier. I think the difficulty was just a little too high at points. And yeah, cute. Hamlet's back, and Kara inched in a little closer to Will there at the end, if you didn't notice. But yeah, thanks for playing. So yeah, I mean, I'm okay with the difficulty being where it is. I just, like I said, personally, I could have seen it being a little better. And now it looks like we have Will in like a modern day school. Class is over. Please be careful crossing the street. Is he going to find Kara somewhere? We've had a lot of traffic accidents lately. Oh yeah, all of his friends and Kara, they're all there. And that's the end. So I guess they do get to be normal kids now. Which I think they were supposed to be, what, around 14 to 16, somewhere in that range. So, high schoolers, I guess. Either junior high to high school. What is high school age? Yeah, 14's in high school, right? Yeah. Okay, the last thing I wanted to mention, I got sidetracked there with the ending a little bit, but after the difficulty, I just wanted to mention that I like the fact that they had a collectible, but getting all 50 jewels, I found that it was probably almost impossible unless you were playing super thorough. It was almost impossible to get them without some kind of a guide, I think. Of course, the people that make the guides, they had to get the knowledge somewhere, right? But for the regular person who's just casually playing through it, I don't think there's any way you would get all 50 jewels on your first playthrough. And for me personally, what I do usually with games is on a first playthrough, I won't use any guides if I can help it. Like, if I'm stuck on an area, like there's something for some reason I just can't figure it out, and I'm stuck on it for like more time than I'm willing to invest in it, I might look something up, but otherwise I try to go without a guide. On a second playthrough though, I generally want to try to be a completionist and get everything, so I will use guides then for stuff that I know. Like, not necessarily on how to beat enemies and stuff like that, but just on where to find items and stuff like that. I like to use guides for that. Of course, the collectibles are optional, so I understand that too, making that difficult, but yeah, I don't know. The completionist in me likes it to be reasonable as far as getting that stuff, and it seemed a little unreasonable to expect you to get all those without some kind of guide. Anyway, that's going to be it for Illusion of Gaia. I hope you enjoyed the series here. Next, starting tomorrow, I plan on starting out with Dragon Warrior 4. I'm going to finish up the NES Dragon Warrior games, or Dragon Quest, I know is what they're called now, but I wanted to start off with the original NES versions, so 4 will be the last one. I haven't played it before. I've seen a little bit of gameplay, I think, but even that's been a long time, so it's going to be basically a blind playthrough. Anyway, hope you come back for that, and I hope you enjoyed this one. And if you did, I would appreciate it if you drop a like and comment or subscribe. Anyway, we'll catch you next time.